Discord. He will be joining us very shortly, so we'll do this is REBBL Playoffs, last 64, and it is Daro's Dark Delights, Dark Elf team, and we'll just have a quick look at that, and it is against some Skavens.
Oh, Callisti Myers actually tuned in to watch the REBBL Playoffs. Oh, excellent. Well, you must swing by on a regular basis if you enjoy the experience, but welcome aboard, nice to have you.
Absolutely. Right, okay, so this is our team first of all. We've got Blodge Guard, Blodge Sidestep, Blodge, and possibly, arguably one of my most important players today, Block Tackle Mighty Blow. We have two Witch Elves, one with Wrestle Tackle and one with Block Tackle. They should be quite good for keeping this Gutter Runners dealt with. We have a Pass and Leader Runner, so we have we have 4 rerolls total. And then we have an Assortment Alignment, 2 Blodge, 1 Block Tackle. Is built wrong. He's got those skills because none of the other players had got to tackle at that point, and we were just about to play Amazons. A Block Alignment and then a Vanilla Alignment. 20k in the bank because just before they get this game, I went and upgraded the stadium and put an enhancement, which is the beer stand, which anyone who's watched me play more than one game will understand why we've done that. Moving quickly on to the Skavens.
You're speaking very fast at the moment.
I think he'll turn up in just a second. So he's got 12 players, an Assortment Alignment. 1 is Wrestle, Tackle and Fend. 1 is a bit of a hodgepodge. A Dirty Player, Sneaky Git, Kick and Wrestle. 2 Storm Vermin. 1 has a Move Bust and 1 has Mighty Blow. And then arguably his most important player, the natural 1-turner here, which is this Gutter Runner. So we have to deal with this, otherwise we're going to lose the game, or at least draw it. So there we go, that's the 2 teams. We will now start.
Deathbell and wisely asked what happened in Meadowhall. Nothing, Deathbell, nothing. No, just don't ask. It's best not to. Pseudonym correctly points out that the best part of living in Leeds is the knowledge you can get on the motorway, going in any direction you want, to be confident you'll wind up somewhere else. Well, yes, you've got the M62 and the M1 pretty much dissecting Leeds. So yes, that is geographically accurate. Talk about the blah 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 blah. Joe says, "I don't understand why have you done that, Andy?" And I'm not sure what he means. It was a while ago he asked that.
I don't. Yeah, Joe, ask again, and I will answer it for you. Oh, and Joe, that World of Warships looked quite good fun. Is it good fun, or is it a bit tedious?
Well, it's World of Tanks in boats, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Marsam says the M62 doesn't go anywhere nice. Well, it goes to France if you follow it all the way east eventually and get on a ferry. So there's that.
Aratalk, Ronan Keenan said life was actually a roller coaster. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, Blackburn confirms.
Oh, in reference to the beer stand. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, right, yeah. Can't imagine why you'd do that.
He's gone 2 bribes. Dirty fucker's gone 2 bribes.
Useful tip for Yorkshire residents, that if you change the D to a K, you have leeks, which are very useful in making a hearty stew. Yes, top tip there. So nutritionally helpful as well. Good. Killjoy asks, is this a knockout phase?
Yes.
I've got a clue on the format.
Yes,
yeah. Yes. Apparently it is, Killjoy. Yes, it is. Geiger likes World of Warships. Pseudonym sings a bit of the opening lines of Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Thank you very much for that musical interlude, Pseudo. Flux Streamer, good evening. How are you doing? Glassboy's just started playing Metal Gear Solid 5. Never played any of the Metal Gear games. That's Solid Snake, isn't it? Sort of stealth killy kind of thing. Yeah, okay. Ramaset cheers 500. Outrageous. Who fouls mercilessly in Blood Bowl? Well, Charlie, obviously, and apparently so does Andy.
Yeah, but I do it stylishly.
That's harsh on Charlie.
Well, actually, in all seriousness, Charlie, you are a massive fouler.
Well, like Pauline or Robbie. They're very, very popular foulers, aren't they?
Did I get the fouling right? Were you impressed by it? Horrified by it? What did you think?
Blackshaw has mostly been playing Civ 6 this week. I liked 5 a lot after the expansions, and I've got 6, but I don't know. I got distracted. I'd never really got into it. I think what happened is Total War Warhammer came out, and I started playing that instead. Yeah, I've still got Civ 6. Yep, Pseudonym confirms that is exactly how Hideo Kojima describes Metal Gear. My games are a stealth-like, killy kind of thing. Good, great, we're on the same page there. I bet PC Gamer are worried in case this channel really takes off, eh? Pseudo confirms that you definitely are a foul, Andy. Killjoy says you're supposed to study Murloc Joe.
Now, do I want to take a bunch of turns and grind down the field slowly, or do I want to turn this into a shootout? Interesting.
Yeah, but Beyond Earth not only was a crappy film with Will Smith and his terrible child, but it also was quite a poor game in Sid Meier's pantheon, really, yes. A lot of folks said that.
Well, we turn it into a shootout, because we get more armour.
Hawkeye says evening is the trim a bit choppy for everyone else. Looks all right to me, Hawkeye. We are, of course, streaming in full HD, so if you might want to turn the graphic quality down a smidge if it's buffering for you, mate. In the settings option, bottom right-hand corner, there's a little cog. You can do that. That might help.
27, I'll take you.
It could just be Twitch taking a dump, though, of course. Ed the Duck confirms Beyond Earth was dog shit. Do you mean the film or the game, Ed? Because to be honest, either reasonably applicable there. Ninja Bread Man says Rebel Season 8 is now open for coaches to sign up. Andy, what must you not forget to do?
Sign up.
Correct. Charlie Banks is calling out your opponent for sneaky git, and as a professional fouler, I'd take Charlie's advice that sneaky git is very poor. Tomo's keen for Alpha Centauri to get remade. Yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Mackie says, don't be mean to Gary Friendly, Charlie Banks. Yeah, Gary Friendly, very popular coach, Charlie, so careful there, mate. Orlocken says, Andy, what team do you dread playing against the most?
One, 2, 3, 4.
Good question,
Orlocken.
I don't know. When it's not his go, we'll ask him that. Marg Yakin asks, is Rebel as relaxed as UK BBL? They both seem pretty good, Marg Yakin, yeah. From what I've seen, the nice bunch of fellas in Rebel. Oh, is it After Earth was the shitty film, not Beyond Earth? Well, you see what I mean. But it was bad, though, wasn't it? I mean, I watched it for free. It was on Sky Movies a couple of years ago, and it was like, oh, Lord. Will Smith's in serious danger of going full Nicolas Cage, of undoing all the quality films he's made by just basically trying to get his kid into the movies, because that little lad is not an A-list actor. I'm sorry, Will, but that's how I feel. Swedish Salt recommends Dutch Angle the movie. Not heard that one. Pseudonym Cheers 50. Last time he flew to England, they played Suicide Squad on the plane. I didn't think Suicide Squad was as bad as a lot of critics thought. I thought it was sort of relatively watchable. I wouldn't watch it a second time, and certainly wouldn't recommend it to anyone, but it wasn't. I didn't sort of think, well, that's 2 hours I'm not getting back. It was all right. Geiger says the book was better if you don't look into too much of how he's trying to brainwash people. Okay. I don't read a lot of books, to be honest, these days. McNaughton says, yeah, Little Black ruined the Karate Kid remake. Well, I mean, why would you remake the Karate Kid? The Karate Kid, if you want a Karate Kid film, you've got the Karate Kid films. You don't need to remake them. Pointless. Braxius says, has anyone seen Bright on Netflix? Yeah, they have Braxius. We're talking about Bright a week or two ago, and the consensus was flying start and then kind of trailed off as it sort of got into the middle. Ninja Bread Man says, Andy needs to hurry up. He signed up today and took the last Amazon place. Stealths will go quickly too. Tomo says, Zunk, why don't you sign up in Rebel? We've got too many league games to try and fit in already, Tomo. And start a new job. 2 a week's enough for me, mate. It's just the time thing. Because don't forget, we've got typically 3 streams a week, and we're trying to shoehorn already 5-6 games into that. Frank asks, has anyone seen the Liverpool-Man City score? I haven't, so look it up if you like, mate. Oh, right. Tomo says, if Andy's got a returning team, they won't take the spot away. Well, I think Andy knows he's got to re-register for Rebel ASAP, but he can't at the minute, can he? Because he's in this knockout competition. So he's got to finish this first, doesn't he? Because you can only be registered for one at the minute. No, really? Hang on, let's have a look. I tell you what, you wouldn't have put money on that, would you? No, fact, absolutely right. 4-1 Liverpool. Blimey, what an upset! Ninja Bread Man says, no, you can sign up now. Well, okay, Andy, can we remember to sign up after this game? We'll sign up to Rebel.
Doing it now.
So we'll do that. Beat Farb, welcome to the show. Thank you very much indeed for the follow. Is the sound effects over that yet? That GIF? Or is it a quiet one?
No, not yet.
I don't think we could find a soundboard clip of it, could we? Fun fact, pseudonym was in Life of Brian. We biggest dickus? I can make a few guesses. Johnny Derp says, how many squares can an ogre throw a Noblar?
Charlie will answer that one for you.
What the range of... Yeah, thrown teammate, not sure. I want to say 6, 7. It's that kind of ish. Duderino, thanks, mate. I like it too because it's ironic that somebody follows and then we say, but you don't need to follow anybody. You see, it's irony. Oh, pseudonym is in fact Graham Chapman. Commiserations on the death, pseudo. But nice to see you still with us in spirit. Johnny Derp's name getting some admirers there. Salute, Johnny. Swedish Salt says, pseudonym, how does one fake your own death? Well, that would let the cat out of the bag, wouldn't it, Salt? So, can't say. Skurumetso, hello, mate. How you doing? Skurumetso confirms throwing a Noblar is 6 plus scatter. So, yeah, 60-70 is what I said, isn't it? Was it the alcoholism or the heavy smoking that got you in the end, pseudo? Or did you just get hit by a bus? Right, I haven't even looked at this game yet. How's it going? Okay, nobody's dead. Elf's got the ball. Smashing. So far, so good. Don't get all Skavened. You're playing the Dark Elves, mate. This is what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, this is alright. Yeah.
Geiger, thank you for that. Geiger's brought me up to speed, and he's just had some bad dice. Yeah, that would do it. Fair enough. Zoncast, do you think the deep setup was to encourage a quick touchdown or to lure you into overcommitting? Either would make sense, wouldn't it?
No, I want to go there. I want to go there. Okay. I'm trying to write stuff.
For me, Swedish Salt, and this is a bit of a left field choice, I really like Eric Idle. I just recently was re-watching the Piranha Brothers sketch when researching where was the catchphrase "Be fair" used, and Eric Idle being Stig in that. Brilliant, love it.
And then he gets punished as well. So instead of me punishing back, I get punished twice.
Well, Dinsdale did nail your head to the table. No, he never. We have film footage of him actually nailing your head to the floor. Oh yeah, well he did do that, but he had to, didn't he? I mean, be fair, he had no choice. Fantastic. Do heartily recommend if you haven't seen it, folks, look up on YouTube Piranha Brothers, Monty Python, brilliant. Hello, Ali. How you doing? Nice to see you, mate. Is it cold up where you are, Ali? I was just thinking it was cold today. No, I'm too. Eric Idle did also do Rincewind in the computer games. Very good, Eric Idle. See, Owls has spotted the ball is indeed based. I think we can solve that. I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go score this turn.
Geiger? No, you didn't. Oh, it's Spanish Inquisition is excellent. But if you do watch the Spanish Inquisition sketch, make sure you get the full one with the whole Trouble at Mill at the start. Because that's one of the best bits, I think. Ali, that's probably a wise move. I'm actually the same. Swedish Salt says, "Is your side sticker goers?" Hey, know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Well, yes. He sometimes goes.
Boing.
Does he like sports? He's very fond of cricket. Are you alright for a moment if I go and make a cup of tea? Would that be alright?
Yep.
Right, tea break, fellas. See you in a moment.
That blocks there, then that can block there, then that can block there. Providing this is a knockdown. On 4 dice. Ninja Bread Man, thank you kindly. You just resubbed for 1 month. Ah, so this is month 2. Thank you very much. Bucky Wong cheered 25. Thank you very much. We're in this is in nowhere stretch goal because I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we're actually not very far away from unlocking yet another emote. And since there's a good chunk of people here, I would like to ask, what would people like as the level 2, level 3 emotes, which you only get for level 2, level 3? Right, we don't need you on the field, so we'll swap you out. There we go. Right, there is no frenzy, there is no guard, so I can do the flat basing because it means that if he wants to blitz anything, he has to get punched through. We've got 2 tackle on one flank, 2 tackle on the other flank. Yeah, that should work. Can we have a dead rat? Well, I've hit a fair few of them, so we are hoping. Lava Jackal, in emote form or in the match, either works. Meh. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It is coming. If you guys scroll just underneath the stream where I've put all the tabs of information, you'll see that if you want to use the got one or the dice, I've just pasted it. So all you have to do is copy paste it and drop it straight in the chat because it's case sensitive, apparently. We have got, as you can see, 7 more that we're waiting for Twitch to unlock, and as soon as they're there, you'll be able to use them.
Hello, Bucket Bong. Sorry, I was making tea. Nuns on the Run. I think I've seen that, but not for a long time.
Ooh, knocked out. Which one was that? Is that the dirty player? Please be the dirty player. Oh, it wasn't. It was the mighty blow. Fine, I can take that.
Well, mighty blow. Good.
Yep.
Charlie Banks says no, like Nuns on the Run. Didn't like it. I have seen that. Yeah, I've got a feeling it was a bit like Clockwise in that you'd high hopes, but it wasn't actually all as good as it could have been, maybe. Sorry, Bucket Bong. It's been one of those days, mate. Anyway, how's things down under in Mansfield? You all right?
Oh, Bucket Bong, are you going to come to the tabletop, by the way, the UKBL one? Because it's not actually...
Fly halfway around the world from Mansfield? No.
No.
Trek, innit?
Yeah. Oh, he's going to get wrestled, isn't he? Yeah, Bucket Bong, you should absolutely come. Andy Dever at Zunk, I want a mini Zunk head. That is on its way. I expect to have that for Tuesday. Oh, you are coming. Fantastic. Have you signed up to the UKBL forum yet? Lady Killjoy asked what this gut runner here has. So he is movement 10, he is sprint, so he's movement 13. He's got 2 heads, so he dodges on a 2. He's got sure feet, obviously. He's got catch, and he's got block, and he's got dodge. So he's basically perfect.
Who's perfect?
His natural one, his natural, yeah, Zunk, or his natural one-turner.
White Rabbit, we're underway. I showed Andy the Holy Grail last time he was down, and we're probably going for the meaning of life next visit. So we're working through it. Pseudo says, hey, I'm Zunk, I'm not so Zunk, and we're the game Zunks. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but it sounds great. Love it. Whatever. I feel like I need to be fully rested before chatting with Pseudo because he operates at such a high level. You know, he's definitely got the latest Snapdragon chip inside there, hasn't he? Very good, very good. Well, Fish Called Wonder was quite good, I thought. That was pretty good. Not really a Python film per se, but you did get a couple of, you know, cast members in it. Bucket Bang's saying, what date is the tournament?
Don't know.
Swedish Salt, bring forth the fluffy pillow and the comfy chair. Jabberwocky is very good. I like that. Time Bandits also. They're not a Python film, but if you like Python films, Time Bandits is going to work for you.
I reckon we can be really aggressive here.
Alright, when you say getting the shots again, what do you mean? Loads of like scotch, or do you mean injections? Baron Munchausen. Baron Munchausen was okay. Not my favourite. Was all right. Yeah, stolen XP. Time Bandits is excellent. Napoleon with it. I like the little fellows hitting the little fellows. I don't know why Time Bandits isn't like more widely known, because everybody knows the sort of the Life of Brian and Holy Grail, but you don't hear people talk about Time Bandits that much. But it was a brilliant film. Do you know? I think I might get that on Blu-ray. Yeah, let's get that.
How much more aggressive can we be?
Oh, right, okay. So Marsden suggested dating girls from Fife, so you'd need both types of shots. Actually, I knew a pair of sisters from Fife, Aratark, and they were quite nice. Both quite fit, and the dad was loaded. So, you know, that's most of the things I look for in a girl. This is why I'm still single. I've just had a load of disappointing relationships in the last 30 years.
Alright, so I've gone for massive aggression here. One, it stops him dictating the play. Two, it means that he's got to roll a shed load of dice to get out of this. He's got no guard, and we've based up some of the gutter runners. A gutter runner, in fact. And it'll stop him then gang fouling me as well, because he'll have to use most of his players just to knock me over. I'm hoping we can turn him over and score on him. Zung, what were you saying?
Geiger says someone's having a good time in that apartment, Andy.
Oh yeah, she's just sat laughing at something. What are you laughing at, by the way?
It's an house, Geiger. We don't have apartments in England. We've got houses, mate. Ali Ryder confirms that people from Fife are still throwing spears at the angry yellow god in the sky. It seemed all right when I went to Fife. Marsden says whether conjoined twins. Well, no, one was 2 years older than the other, so if they had been conjoined twins, that would have been a hell of a nightmarish birth.
Lovely.
Yes, and you could actually.
Well, Arataka, United Scotland, magnificent to behold, isn't it? Like an angry orange hedge running towards you.
Oh,
no, it's just the Scots. Frank says there are no nice people in Fife. I never knew that Fife was such an unpopular place, by the way. Geiger reminds me that no standard is in fact a standard. Yeah, fair play. Put my hand up to that. Didorino can lend Bucket Bong a human team. Smashing.
Yeah. Oh, in terms of lending people teams, like Bucket Bang, all you need to do is go on the UKRL site, say, hey, I'd love to come, but I'd love to play blah, 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 and I don't actually have that team. And someone will go, oh, I've got them. Geeks Wargaming says he's just resub, but no message again. Apparently, Geeks, you have to do, like, confirm something. Zunk, talk him through it. You know what it means.
No, I don't. Is it in the settings, you mean? Well, anyway, the main thing, Geeks, thank you very much for the resub, which is clearly at least 3 months on the spin, because it tells me that. All right, let's have a quick look, see if I can figure out the question.
All these line rats here are also, they're all 2 dice up hills, because that one is cancelled there. This guard is afflicting guard everywhere. Oh. Oh dear.
Right, Geeks, is it a Prime sub? Yes, I think it is. Okay, so Geeks, if you go to your settings, which if you click the drop down menu on your name in the top right corner, you'll then get a bunch of menus along the top. You should see Twitch Prime. At the bottom half of the page, there's post subscriptions and a tick box that is automatically share in chat when I use my free subscription benefit. Tick that. And that should do it. I think it should be ticked by default, which is why nobody else seems to be afflicted by it. Anyway, let me know if that does the trick. And also, if you don't get the thing, then hitting refresh also seems to trigger it sometimes as well. Apparently the problem with Fife is the inbreeding in the chemical plant. So a bit like Middlesbrough then. Yeah. Crit Spence, good evening. How are you doing? Today's going great. We've had a massive win for the Skaven. Andy's... Oh, Geeks, there you go. 4 months in a row. God bless you, Geeks. God bless you. Oh, and we haven't mentioned it for a while. If you're into tabletop gaming, like 40k and the other things I can't remember, help me out, Geeks. Geeks Warmer Gaming has got a very successful YouTube channel which covers all that sort of stuff, painting miniatures. The Age of Sigmar, that's another one. Geeks, please would you drop a link into the chat so anybody who's into that sort of thing, I'd heartily recommend go and check out the YouTube channel. I think there's also a link below if you scroll down. Geeks and Andy also have collaborated on some films, which is a bit like Fun with Flags out of the Big Bang Theory, is what it reminded me of. With Andy and Geeks talking about setting up and defences and stuff in Blood Bowl, where they demonstrate it with tabletop miniatures, which is very nice. Age of Sigmar, yeah, so it's Warhammer tabletop thing. Not universally popular.
Where's that going to go? Yeah, I'll do. Right, time for something a little bit clever. So
pseudonym.
No. Well, yeah, but no. What we need to do is we need to get that gutter runner off the ball. So we're going to get that gutter runner. We're going to get that gutter runner off the ball. Have another go.
We do have a surprisingly high quantity of Scottish viewers on this show, which is nice. So thank you, Scotland. Thank you for supporting the channel. But despite that, not that many Irish viewers. Is anybody Irish in the audience today? Just give us a wave. Killjoy, jolly good luck, old boy. Killjoy's about to play his Vamps. Juanchi, guten Abend, wie geht's? Swedish Salt says yes. I think that wasn't to being Irish, though. Oh, Distorter's Irish. Irish, how are you doing? Oh, Juanchi's got the top Zons at the moment. Nice one. Geeks is half Irish. Geeks, I did not know that. Yeah, you haven't got the accent. I was actually well. My mother and father went on honeymoon to Ireland, and 9 months later I was born. So I guess I'm partly Irish as well in that way. Bucket Bong, yeah, I know you're Australian, absolutely. Deep in the bush, around the. There.
He's what?
It means in the wilderness in Mansfield.
Okay. Yes, he's going all right. So all this tackle, applying all this tackle to our opponent is good.
Geiger is Scottish and Irish.
Wow.
This would explain the rebellious streak.
Okay, 3 plus dodge, no dodge. 2 plus dodge, no dodge. 2 plus dodge. 2 plus dodge.
Mansfield fucking bandit country. Get careful, this is bat country. Reagan Smash is currently enjoying the show from the colonies. Well, old boy, which one? The sun never used to set on the colonies, you know. Frank, that's very naughty, very bad. Bad, wicked Frank. Deserve a spanking.
Star Wars Legion. Yeah, I haven't actually had an invite back to Geeks Wargaming.
Oh, Reagan Smash is over in New Hampshire. Do you know? I've never been to New Hampshire, but it sounds really nice. Is it is that near where Scarametto lives? He's in I think in Boston, isn't he? It is, isn't it? I'm not mad that New England, New Hampshire, that same sort of area, isn't it? Lovely trees and all that sort of thing. And everyone's polite and enjoy cricket and Range Rovers and stuff. You can probably get there's a branch of Fortnum and Mason. Why not Tigers in the Netherlands? I love Holland, mate. I've been to Holland many times. I used to go sailing every year. Brilliant place, Holland. Lot of very attractive girls with blue eyes and blonde hair. Very tall, very tall. Very good.
Six. And we score again.
Geeks Warming Gaming wants some dates or prunes. I'm not sure. Either will do. See, when I went to the Netherlands, I didn't really. I have been to Amsterdam, but it was mostly the southern shores of the IJsselmeer where I was in sort of small towns and villages like Monnikendam and Hoorn and Enkhuizen and all that sort of thing. Very good. Ooh. Pseudonym's got a fact. Thanks to the Pitcairn Islands, the sun technically doesn't set on the British Empire even now. Oh, that's very encouraging, isn't it? How lovely. Umbrella Hat, good evening, and how are you? Bucket Bond's been to Haarlem and really liked it. I'm guessing means Haarlem in the Netherlands, as opposed to, you know, down with the brothers. Or either. I don't know. Could be both. Well, sailing hugely popular in Holland. I think the IJsselmeer is such a nice place to sail on. And all the towns surrounding it have got excellent marinas, so that the normal things of going on sailing holidays of discomfort, cold, and all that kind of go away, because you can have a hot shower and a nice sort of setup, and then go for an excellent meal. You know, it's good. Tomo says, this game is making me sad, to be honest. Every time my Elf Union team get knocked to the deck early today, they were dead or permanently injured. This Skaven team is made of armor value 7 tanks. Oh, Tomo, I know, feel your pain, mate. I had a shocking game this week. Another one. Well, it's all happening in the Pitcairn Islands, Pseudo. It's all loads of fascinating facts about them, isn't it? So they're all descended from sort of Mr. Christian and all that. You're right, Andy. You look distressed for a moment there.
I was just saying that opponent said the dice have gone really badly. We've thrown out a load of stuns, but we haven't actually got very many removals. Like, no casualties is a worry for me.
Yes, yeah, because it could all come right on back.
Yeah.
He does have 2 bribes as well, which is also a bit concerning.
Yes, that is what worries me more. So,
sorry, just laughing at what Ali just said. So really, the Pitcairn Islands are just keeping alive the fine traditions of British boarding schools. And they've got a very competitive cricket team as well, Ali. Jester, yes, the OCC game went great. It was the continuing plight of the Dreadnoughts in UK BBL that is weighing heavily. Dreadnoughts lost 3-0 this week, though nobody died, so that was a plus. And we had a little preview of the rest of the season, and basically we're doomed. But yes, the OCC lads are hanging in there. In fact, they were top last time I looked. They might have got knocked off since, because that was other folks had games in hand. Oh, breaking news! Man City pulled 2 back. It actually finished 4-3. I tell you what, that's going to be me for match of the day tonight. I'll be watching that.
yeah. That sounds incredible.
Quick check on Rinjani, see if he's... Right, okay. Rinjani says, sorry Andy, was worried my PC had died for a moment, but thankfully it was just the trip switch. He's still free Monday, but Tuesday he's busy. If you're free for a restart. If you can't do Monday, then he'll concede, and sorry for, blah, blah, blah.
We can't do Monday because of the streaming criteria.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, to be fair, it was going pretty bloody well as well, so...
Yeah.
Suda says, why would you watch a match he already knows? I don't know, Sudo. It's a thing in England watching the football that you all know the results, but they go and watch match of the day anyway. I think it's to see it again and punditry input and all that sort of stuff. I get why you'd ask, but it's quite normal that people will know the result and watch match of the day. That's always been a thing.
Oh, do I run this in? Do I run it? I don't want to run it in this turn.
Shattered Ice suggests, can you play it off stream? Shattered Ice, it depends if Andy can do another day of Blood Bowl, because don't forget, he's in a living relationship and is already rather pushing the boundaries of how much Blood Bowling he does. But that's Andy will figure it out.
Score.
Oh, TDS, 4 months in a row. Thank you very much for the resub, old boy.
He's still here. He is still here.
Good man.
A top chap. I'm going to need to do a run through of all the people who've subscribed tonight, because there's been a lot of you. I'm going to do a quick catch up. So TDS, thank you very much. Geeks Wargaming, thank you. Bucket Bong, thanks for the bits. Ninja Bread Man, thank you. Pseudonym, thank you. Ramaset, bits. Aratark, thank you. Oh god, this is actually going to take longer than I thought it was going to take. Velahopia, thank you very much for your subscription. Pizza Boy, Tristan, Body Armor, and Wicked, thank you very much. Oh, and sorry, and I haven't finished. Ramaset and Aardvark, thank you kindly, gentlemen.
Group hug, fellas. What happened to that little thing, that box that would pop up? You know, that's not on anymore?
What box?
You know, the little white box with the writing as to so-and-so's just subbed and so-and-so's just cheered some bits and that.
It does pop up.
Does it?
Yeah.
Not the GIF, the little it shows you the last 4 activities, you know, that was working for a bit. Have you turned that off again?
Oh yeah, where'd that go?
I remember Villanich didn't like it because the font was just the wrong style of font, and it was exactly the wrong shade of beige or something. He hated it. I don't know why. That thing.
No, you got a good point. I don't know where it's gone actually. That's the chat box. Oh, it's there.
McHaggis,
There we go. It's on.
McHaggis says Marsum. Oh shit, Jag 6 points. I think Marsum and McHaggis are talking in Celtic to each other. I'm not sure what it means, but it sounds good.
Sorry, somehow the event list got switched off. Apologies.
Geiger asked, did somebody cheer a load of bits for Andy to start growing that thing on the top lip, or did he just lose a bet? I think he's just not been at work for a couple of days. It comes and goes. Ramaset says, I'm still at the top of 1A, but there are 4 teams with a game in hand. Yes. So, yeah. My team are not rocking and rolling there, Ramaset. I'm not fully confident. Oh, right. McHaggis confirms it's American football. Yeah, American football. I don't know a lot about it, really. I think we were talking about this before, that of all the American sports, football is the one I would, if I had to go to watch one, that's the one I'd go to. But I don't know a lot about it. I quite like some of the uniforms. I think the Cincinnati Bengals one, I like the look of that. They need ones with black and white stripes, though. Is the one of those that I can sort of half-heartedly follow? Oh, Stolen XP has just subbed for the first time. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to the Darva. Oh,
why does it say that? I fucking fixed that. It's not supposed to say that.
It doesn't say it, but I know you want me to say it.
No. There we go, look. It's come up. Stolen XP, thank you very much.
Just Stolen XP.
I'll let you go on.
Oh, I was going to ask a Skirametsu a question about is Tom Brady still a player? I thought he was like John Madden that he used to play. I might be wrong. Pseudo suggests we meet in Discord and you can explain American football to me, and I explain to him cricket. I broadly get the rules of American football because I've played video games. Broadly get it. Cricket, oh, do you really want to know? It's terrible cricket. So, sorry, Australian fans and people who might like cricket, but I don't like cricket. Marsum suggests I might like Oakland. Is that the Oakland Raiders? They're playing black and silver. Okay, I could cheer for the refs. Oh, Ali says the same thing. Thank you very much. Geiger says there's the alternative uniform for the Steelers. Okay.
Oh, I could have hit the fucking one-turner. Oh, I could have gone after the one-turner.
Pseudo says no, there are no actual Newcastle stripes in American football. Well, there should be. I suppose the refs have got that kind of covered, though. But then football refs don't wear black and white stripes in proper football. State Mittens is here. Says hello, gents. Good luck at the playoffs. Cheers, State Mittens. Well, so far so good, I want to say. Tom Brady is still playing, says Ramaset. He's in the final of 4 playoffs currently. Aratark, not so much of a fan. Shadow Lord confirms cricket is the worst sport in the history of man. Kind of with you on that, though. Not universally popular opinion. I personally agree.
Oh, you mother...
Well, I've been to India. I spent 6 weeks there with work once, and Dr. Nick is not exaggerating. Most Indians bloody love cricket. It is really popular there. I mean, really popular.
Yeah, it's absolutely their biggest thing, isn't it? Should have thrown it. Shouldn't have thrown it, really.
Oh, right. Now, I didn't know that. Tom Brady is managed to Gisela Bunchen. Now, yeah. Now, well done, Tom, because she's a very good-looking girl. Very good-looking.
There's an arguable misplay here, by the way, which is that we've given him a touchdown back, which is frightfully irritating. One day we're gonna cause a little red cross on one of these rats. We are. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, Shadowlord and I have got some of the taste in sports. Darts isn't a sport. Darts is just something you do when you're pissed. It's like, I mean, if you're too drunk to play pool, play darts. You know. So you know, if Phil the Power Tailor is watching, sorry Phil, but I can't get in the darts. Ooh, extra real, happy days. And all but one of the rats came back, so he's missing a line rat. That was your fear, wasn't it? That they would all get better.
They've all come back. We are winning, which is important. That is a positive, absolute positive. But in terms of our mighty blade doing a jot of work, it's done nothing. It's broke armour a few times, but it's not effectively removed anything.
I've got faith that Tom Schlissel will come up good before the end of the game.
I hope so. It'd just be nice to level him, because he needs dodge. He either needs dodge or piling on.
Tom, I sort of think about pools potentially going into administration. It's not a shock, Tomo. I mean, Hartlepool as a football team are knacked because they're nestled within a fan base that would much rather watch Middlesbrough, Sunderland or Newcastle. They get a couple of thousand on a good day. I'm not surprised. It's a shame, but I don't think there's enough interest in the town, because the town itself's not that big. I mean, there's maybe 80,000 people in it, and there's a hell of a lot of people in Hartlepool go and watch the three bigger teams.
I'm really.
I mean, I'm from Hartlepool. I don't know anybody. No, it was my mate's dad. He's the only guy I know who is an active Hartlepool fan of people I know personally. You know, despite Jeff Stelling's best efforts, yeah, they're up against it there.
Shadow Lord says, can anyone explain why Necros fall off?
I can.
Go for it.
Okay. Add anything I've missed. Necro teams rely on the positionals, the wights, the wolves, the golems, and to an extent the ghouls. There are only so many skills that you can get on them, and what tends to happen is the wights and the wolves hog most of the star player points. But you get to the point when they hit level 6 that more points doesn't do you that much good. So, for example, stacking points on zombies doesn't really make the team massively better. Ghouls arguably don't progress massively because they tend to die. So you get to this point that about 1900, maybe 2000 if I'm being generous, you've got most of the useful skills that a Necro team could reasonably have, and anything beyond that is just taking block and tackle on zombies, which they don't really need. So that's kind of why. The alternative to that is if you took Chaos is probably the best example. That a Chaos team, you can keep adding skills that you could take a useful constructive skill on every single member of a Chaos squad. And they keep synergizing and getting better and better and better. So that's why. Undead, the same, I would argue, as the Necro in that respect. In fact, arguably even more so.
Yep. Okay, so he's gone for YOLO. Thank God for that.
Well, that was unlucky. That statistically had a decent chance of working, didn't it?
It did. He's just rolled. In fact, look at the dice rolls. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. That is some pretty shit dice.
Yeah, that'd do it. That was harsh. That should have resulted in a touchdown there, all things being equal. The problem is now, big time, that poor old Gibbons is on the deck and is massively the most threatening player on the pitch and is going to have to get trod on.
I was just pondering actually whether I need to stand on him. It sounds like a bizarre thing that you have, like, of course you do, but we could just go and fuck off with the ball, which would be as strong.
Oh no, I'm just talking about if the players are rolling regular skills. Obviously, if you get stat boosts, that weakens that argument. But the question was, why do they tend to plateau? That they get better and better and better, and then they kind of max out in terms of effectiveness. And that certainly doesn't reflect on their how good they are as a team, because Necro teams are absolutely top competitive side that I'm pretty sure that most of the major competitions will have been won by a Necro team, and if not, they'll have been in the mix. Shadow Lord says, is there still a league that doesn't have aging? It's only UK BBL has aging as far as I know. I don't think REBBL does, and Coca-Cola definitely doesn't. Not sure about Twitch. There's a lot of talk about American football, which I've not got a lot of input on. So I'm not ignoring you fellas, I've just got nothing to add. Tomo is extremely keen that you have to go and stand on Gibbons. Sorry, Gibbons, but yes, it has to be done for all that is good and holy. Loney, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good evening.
No. Oh, what you got there? Oh, thank you very much. Eloi, thank you very much.
What have you got?
A cup of tea.
A Lockenham a Raiders fan now because they're playing a colour that I like.
You know, sometimes when you run too far forward and you're like, "Oops, I've run too far forward."
You see, you've rushed in like a bull at a gate, haven't you? Now look what's happened. You need to go for it with that killjoy, and even then, the gutter runners can get around the top. Oh, whoops. Well, Zoltan, the mighty elf, does have blodge, and none of the gutters have got tackle, though there is wrestle. That one's got wrestle strip ball. Yeah, okay. How far is he away?
He can get there, but he's got to come through the he's got to come into the 3 tackle zones. And the reason I've not stood on that line rat is because I've only got 12 players. It is. I've been very lucky that he hasn't actually caused a removal with the foul yet. It's going to happen. I've even
you've elected to go for 3-1, haven't you?
Yeah. I've even decided to try and isolate Gary Friendly out a little bit, park him next to my mighty blow so I can get a mighty blow hit on the next turn. I really, really want to deal with this rat. I've hit it 3 times with mighty blow, and either not knocked it over or done nothing to it.
Swedish Salt asks, how long does a game of hand egg last if you take out the commercials? It's an hour, isn't it? I think. Might be wrong. I want to say an hour. Tomo suggests if I want a Newcastle United experience from an NFL team for the Bills. I don't, Tomo. What I want is something that's fighting chance of succeeding. I've already got an ever-ending pit of misery, despair and disappointment in my life. That's the last thing I need is another one.
The other thing worth noting here is that by making the rats really have to push hard, I'm making him roll lots of dice. I mean, he's having awful dice, but like, let's keep doing it. Let's keep making it hard.
Yes. Would you like to talk about the game a bit more? Because the chat's been awfully lively this evening, and that's pretty much all I've been rambling on about. What the viewers are saying. We can talk about Blood Bowl a bit more, if folks would like that.
I don't know.
I was referring to following Newcastle United pseudo. I've never been mean to Andy. Is Golgothan in a higher division than
He was,
your
yeah.
Dark Elves? Right, okay.
He came from tier 3, I think.
Yeah, okay, so not massively high, one up the ladder. Okay. And have you got promoted this season? You have, haven't you? So you'll be tier 3 next round. Okay.
Yeah, he might have even come from tier 2, but it's somewhere there. Okay, so he's going to make 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus. This is about, what, 30%, I would think? He's made it. And strip ball doing a thing. So it's time we just got rid of these gut runners, because really. So he's just pondering the one dice is all over the place at the moment. Okay. Which then gives him 2 dice there.
So just looking at the emotes, we've got 9 in that list there.
They're all the ones that Skurameso has provided a emote for. They are uploaded pending approval.
Right, so we therefore have got another 2 slots.
Yeah. And 2
which
bonus.
you may be working on.
And possibly 2 and there's 2 more bonus slots after that.
Why?
Because you've got the tier 2 and tier 3 subs. They themselves get extra emote slots.
Oh, I see.
So there's 2 more for those 2.
Do we get tier 2 and 3 subs?
We have in the past. Right, do I need this guard? Well, let's put the guard in there.
Oh, I forgot Skura's with us right now. Skura, I can't say thank you enough, mate. These are all brilliant. We're eternally in your debt. I think everybody should say thank you for making all the emotes, Skuro. I think they'll be a lot more enthusiastic when they've actually can see them in action in a few days from now. Shadai says, do you have the option to change your emote prefix to something else from your affiliate one once you're partnered? I don't know. It didn't really crop up, did it? I mean, your Andy's emote prefix is Andy Darvo, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't. Not that I saw, anyway. Surfer gutter runner is probably a good idea.
Tom Brady is the greatest American football player of all times, and I love the New England Patriots.
I'm not Scouts.
And the Raiders, because they're playing the nice colour. Can you support 2? Is that allowed, or is that because in football you can't? It's only 1, and ideally you've got to live there, or have lived there. Oh, right, they're in the same conference. Got you. Okay. No, Patriots is then. Why not? I mean, it's not like I'm ever going to watch any of it, is it? So, but just if people ask, it's nice to have another string of conversation that I can talk authoritatively about the New England Patriots and Tom Brady, and that he's 40. I think those are all the facts I currently have, but I'll get some more facts.
Oh dear. Right. He's down to 1 reroll now.
Ooh.
Oh dear, my tackle elf's going to get hit in the head. Yep. See, I think I'd like to score quickly now, because if you can score quickly, what we can then do is go again and score, because we may as well push it because we were in playoff games. Levelling extra players up is really important.
But won't the rats just one-turn you?
Yeah, which is fine. I'd rather 5-4 is fine.
Okay. And this isn't resurrection, this type thing, so stuff that happens here counts, right? It's like the UK BBL finals.
Correct. So he's looking at a 1 dice on a bludge player.
Yes. Which is happening now. No bueno.
He's going to follow that up. Let's go there. Should be able to get both of these next turn.
What, surf them?
Yeah.
Dirty. This is a foul. It surely is. Oops, you've fallen over, look.
Yep.
So is Friendly Gordon, he's Golgothan, is he? That same bloke?
Oh, you piece of shit.
No! Look at that.
Oh, I haven't filled that one in. They were gone if I'd filled that in. Oh, that was careless. That was fucking careless. Yes.
Can Tom stand up? He can, can't he?
Yeah, he's going to blitz that rat there.
Right.
And he's going to do it on 3 dice.
3 dice. Ooh, luxury. Look, you did that. Mm-hmm. Wise choice, Andrew. Validated.
Yeah.
He's definitely having a quiet game, his old Tom, isn't he? Blood Curse is asking, are you tired? Didn't normally make mistakes. Was that a mistake, or was that just didn't quite get the dice to do the surfing?
A mistake. It was a mistake, unfortunately. Oh, I can't score now because I can't risk the reroll. Because if I fail, ball drops on the floor, we're in trouble. So I'll have to just take the rest of the blocks I've got.
No mad rush, is there? You alright?
Oh, it's just for me personally. I want to score quickly. I'd like to actually cause a bloody Red Cross as well. They've been really resilient to getting rid of them.
That's the standout feature for the Skaven so far, that nothing much has gone their way except their resistance to actually getting killed. That has been way above the curve. Oh, by the way, I looked at the fact. You know, you were talking about Dreadnoughts last game where we lost massively, and you were saying, well, it's because they threw all the blocks. Successful blocks were something like 48 to 31 in my favour.
Okay, fair enough.
So it wasn't that. It's just nightmarishness.
Pseudonym says perhaps we need a didn't get one. Oh, Pseudo, Scurro, anyone else who's cheered recently, you notice you've got the little star next to your name for the cheer. We can actually make those unique as well. What would you guys like as the unique? And I say we. What I mean is Scurro Mezzo. So really, I guess the question is, Scurro, would you like to craft some more stuff? If you would, what would you like to craft? What do you think?
So instead of the 5-sided black thing on a turquoise background, Scurro's hit the cheer 1,000 mark. Grindle's got the diamond on the purple background. You're talking about alternative symbols for those. Oh, Scurro says, what about skill icons? What a very good idea.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh God.
The challenge, Grindle, with the something flashing up is it's actually a 3D model spinning round, you'll notice. So I don't think creating your own art for that is viable. At least as far as I know, it would surely be much more complicated. But doing what Andy just said there sounds an awfully good idea. How many different flavours of those are there? Because there'd be a 1, 100, 1,000, a 5,000. What are there quite a few?
I'd have to go and look it up. About 5 or 6 probably off the top of my head.
Okay, so if it's 5 or 6, that's manageable. Well, Scurro, that's an absolutely excellent idea. Yeah, brilliant.
I'm gonna fill those 2 squares in. Push you that way.
Jago says he thinks that people want to actually cheer orange. Oh, sorry, he's replying to orange scissors. Why not a picture of my face? I wouldn't be against that, orange scissors. I think regarding which symbols, I guess it's probably the ones, and Scurro will probably confirm this or otherwise. Would it be sensible to use ones that look distinct and, when you see them quite small, still convey what they are? So Mighty Blow's obviously quite a good one. Tackle probably a good one.
Still nothing.
You know, the popular ones. Scurro says, any way you can tell him how many tiers there are, Andy, so he knows how many to make. That would be very useful to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it's not your go, is it easy to check, or is it a faff?
Oh, 2-second check.
Ah, fine, cool. And he says message him. Okay. Well, you can tell me and I can message him. What a good idea that is. I didn't think of that before. Well done, Andrew. Well done, Skuro. Team effort. Nice one, fellas.
There we go. Leveled that one up. So we swapped elves to make sure that the right elf scored.
Congratulations.
Ooh, 3 knocked out now. So he's down 2 players. He's also out of rerolls. Right, I'll have a quick look for you. In fact, actually, buy notifications. How'd you buy bits? Because I think you can just see it there. You can't cheer in your own channel. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, here you go. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 100, 500, 1500, 5,000, 10,000, 25,000. Oh, no, hold on. I don't think that's right, Andy. Those aren't the same. They're not the same thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, 1 minute, I'll have a look.
Or are they? No, they're not exactly the same thing. There are 6 tiers of those, though I'm not convinced that it's identical.
Okay. I'll have a look on the dashboard.
Have a look.
I can click into partner settings, it'll tell me there. Yay!
Get you.
It's not patches. She comes.
One turning. High.
There are 5. 1, 100, 1,000, a 5,000, and a 10,000. And a 10,000.
Yeah, that sounds right. Right, I shall miss you, Scuddo.
Yes, there is 5. Oh, double 1 from the sure feet. Oh, and he spilled it backwards as well. Wow.
Message sent.
Turn are we on 13, so if I can get someone in range this turn, we could make this 5.
Dinerin says, what's after this? Is it orcs or is it rats? Well, we've done some rats, haven't we? Orcs? Is it orcs? Artachi is 100 and says, 1 step closer to 10,000. Not hashtag not a stretch goal. Not a stretch goal, Artachi. Unless you win the premium bonds or the lottery, and then you're okay. But until that, steady on, steady on. Hello, Electric Womble. How you doing?
Electric Womble, why do I know that name?
I don't know, because I was talking about Soviet Womble the other day, and you're saying
yeah.
2 words, two phrases that are vaguely similar but not the same.
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Electric Womble asks anyway, why no dirty player? Did you not have one? Or is the team not old enough yet, I think?
Yeah, I just haven't got around to it yet.
Oh, Andy, can you pause the game? Pseudo's got to go for a bit, and he might be back later, so he doesn't want to miss anything. Cheers, Pseudo. We'll wait for you, mate. Hi, Electric Womble. Skurro's thinking guard, mighty blow, block, frenzy, and tackle. Triago suggests sneaky git. I'm quite happy with the ones Skuro's suggesting because they look very different to each other, and they all quite common as well. I mean, to be honest, there's loads of them that would work, but we can only choose 5. So thanks for the suggestion, Triago. I think it's probably go with the really, really popular ones, if you know what I mean. Oh, it's going to look really cool with those as well, isn't it? Awesome.
Do they need to become 3D and whatever?
I was thinking that they just represent themselves in the chat. You know, so Skurametso, for example, has got push and then a turquoise square with a black sort of trapezium in it. Is that a trapezium? 5-sided thing anyway, pentangle. Do you mean there, or do you mean the actual pop-up that spins? Because spinning it would be really hard. Because all the images we're suggesting are obviously 2D images, not 3D. So I think it's just like you've got the sub-icons that appear in the same format as that.
Yeah, good point.
Electric Womble says Wombles are everywhere, not just Wimbledon Common, and he sympathises with you getting them mixed up, Andy. They're easy to get confused.
Oh, thank you very much.
You don't know Soviet Womble, do you, by any chance? Because it would big fan of Soviet Wombles work. Very funny.
Well, when you've met one Womble, you've met them all, haven't you? That's not true at all.
Andy Skuro out. Can you? Oh dear! Hold your breath. He's fine. Can you let Skuro know what the requirements are for those? Like what dimensions and stuff?
Yeah, hang on a sec. What does it say?
Well, tell me and
it says, please upload a 112 by 112 GIF image with a transparent background. Your image will automatically be scaled to smaller sizes. To fine-tune smaller sizes, click Show Advanced Options above. Show Advanced Options.
112 as a GIF image.
Please upload a GIF image corresponding to the pixel sizes listed. Ooh. Yeah, GIF images.
Got it. I've recorded it in the Discord message. I don't know, Space Cadet. Well, to be honest, Electric Womble, from what I've seen of Soviet Womble, he's got lots of fans. So, for example, in Twitch, Soviet Womble, it's not unusual for him to get 3,000 or 4,000 watching. And it's a very mixed bag, let's put it that way. A mixed bag. Quite a lot of them are a bit... not our sort of chap. Tom asks, do we have our own OCC... our own Discord community? We don't, Tomo. We're just using the OCC one. You're not the first person to suggest it. Not a massive benefit for it. Another thing to keep on top of administratively, we're thinking. It is probably that, Space Cadet, that the Soviet Wombles are just jealous because they don't have electricity. Yeah. Well, Triago wants to know what a Womble is. Live on Wimbledon Common and pick up the litter. Kids' TV show from the 1970s on BBC One, mate. Wombles, they're smashing. Uncle Bulgaria and all that. Madame Chalet, Tonk, Orinoco, Wombles, marvellous. They had a couple of hit records as well, by the way. They were on top of the pops. Fluxstreamer, I know Wombles are real. Obviously.
Wombles are real? Absolutely. Aren't they small, little, like, hamster things in real life? You're like Tasmanian devils. They're actually real. They live in Tasmania.
Bigger than that.
What's the chance for 5-1? Yeah.
5-2 maybe, because chances of one turner is pretty good for the Rats. Oh dear. I mean, the one turner Gibbons has got every chance of scoring one turner touchdown. I think he's been a bit unlucky with them so far.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was on the BBC. ITV just didn't make that quality of programme back in the 70s. ITV was a bit leery, whereas the BBC was where quality programming happened. Aratark used to be a Womble, in fact. He gave up about 13 years ago. McNaughton suggests, Andy, you might be confusing them with wombats. Well, what's a wombat for?
Hitting things.
Well, playing wom with.
Wom.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Do you think that the Wombles are just earthbound versions of the Clangers? Because that's a theory that I'd like to explore. The Clangers was good. I tell you what, whoever made the Clangers, they must have done a lot of acid. They really, I mean, that you can still watch the Clangers and it's still scarily entertaining.
Oh no, waiting for opponent. No.
Well, how we got onto Joe Kinnear? Don't talk about Joe Kinnear, Aratark. Oh, that sort of Womble, right? Sorry, yeah, got you. Yeah, Joe Kinnear round the northeast, not a popular character, mate. Not popular. In fact, Joe Kinnear was, or Joe fucking Kinnear, JFK as his full title, was the first thing Mike Ashley did to thought, how can I piss off a million Geordies today? I know, I'll hire Joe Kinnear as manager, having just got rid of Kevin Keegan by constructive dismissal. Space Cadet Wombles do look a bit like badgers. Well, are badgers just Geordie Wombles? That could be possible.
No.
Perfect sense to me. Because they basically look the same, except badgers have got black and white stripes. Ali says, and then Mike actually had Biker Grove bulldozed for a Sports Direct car park, perhaps.
Bollocks, you're supposed to be stood there.
Cunning Fox asks, do you guys remember when Andy's team got demolished in the first match of the season? What, these Dark Elves? Vaguely rings a bell. Did that? Can you remember that, Andy? This team got absolutely smashed in their first game.
They did, yeah. It's the only game they've ever lost. No, it's not. Or is it? I think it's the only game we've ever lost.
Do you know, a lot of people were devastated to discover that Biker Grove isn't actually a real place. Biker's real, but there's no such thing as Biker Grove.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, it's basically that badgers, they've got the true faith, brother. Absolutely. Badgers are mint. We should get Weewar back on and then we could have a Geordie session. It'd be great, man.
Yeah, but I can't understand you.
Yeah. Geiger says, was this my go-to cartoon when growing up? Let's have a look. It was on, but not massively. I never really liked Captain Pugwash when I was little, to be honest. It wasn't. I think people remember it far more as a thing than it actually was, because it didn't run for that long. I don't think there was lots of TV shows as a kid that were on for much longer. What, the remade Captain Pugwash? Oh, I didn't see that, mate. Ah, stun, smashing. Looks streaming like Battle of the Planets. Battle of the Planets was pretty good. Space 1999, that was good. That was when 1999 seemed like a long time in the future. And did you know it wasn't Blade Runner in 1982 when he made Blade Runner was set in 2019, so basically next year. Now I haven't been to New York recently, but I don't think it looks very much like it does in Blade Runner, does it? Oh, Button Moon, that was poor. Wacky Races was good. Wacky Races is still quite watchable, Tomo. That was proper funny. Yeah, I like Wacky Races. Shadowlord says, why do we see no human teams? We should watch more Charlie Banks, Shadowlord. Charlie Banks is a big human coach. And Andy was playing a bit of humans in Season 11. Not a lot. Some. Neil Cluclo.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I'll try again. Neil Cluclo. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the show. Clulo. Why am I finding it so hard to say that? Neil, thank you for the follow. That poor... Look at the trauma on its face. It's accidentally bitten into a... God, what have I done?
You're breaking up something chronic. I don't know if it's just me or...
Oh, I'm just not pressing the button hard enough. There you go. Oh, is Wacky Racers new again? Remake of it. Oh, I'll have to look at that. Is it on YouTube, Duderino? Oh, I'm going to have a look. Yep, Lava Jack was right. Richards T also plays humans quite a bit. Well, this is going awfully well, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
So a few connection issues. I'm not sure where the connection issues are stemming from. His side or our side, but...
What, the game?
Yeah. It's waiting for opponent. I don't know whether it's him or us.
As we are talking on Discord, okay, I'm guessing it's not you.
Indeed.
Oh, Duderino, after I go and have a look. Oh, of course, yeah, Murloc Joe as well plays humans. Of course he does. Killjoy's Vampires have just had a cracking game. It was 1-1 at turn 5, but then his opponent had to concede because his kids started puking up everywhere. Oh, God. Well, what can you say, Killjoy, other than, good luck? Kids, eh? Oof. Yeah, win's a win. Bank that one, Killjoy. So what's the Vamps record overall now? Well, it's Locken says pretty brutal game for the poor Skaven. They're getting tripped up by crucial dice rolls here and there, but in terms of have they all been killed, as Skaven often expect to happen, no, they've suffered no casualty. In fact, they've still got the apothecary sat there. Yeah. In fact, I think he's fallen asleep. Yes, Dr. Roland is indeed nodded off. Confirmed. You starting to like the vampires anymore yet, Killjoy, or still a bit on the fence? I think they're very hard work to really make work.
Drop frames. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Still waiting, yeah?
Yeah. He's
Gav
just
asks,
disconnected.
Gav asks, have you any ideas on if you can play your UK BBL game as a replay?
I can't do Monday, and he can't do Tuesday, so it's very unlikely that we're going to get a replay done.
It's a shame that was doing well there. Hello, by the way, Gav. Bad news, Gav. You've tuned in at the wrong moment. Today's going really well so far.
Yeah, go away.
Bugger off.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but please fuck off.
You can come and talk to us if you like, Gav. That's always nice. Pop in, say hello. Vamps are hard, Killjoy, because they're just plain are, aren't they? They do have that squishiness, and before they can really do lots of stuff remotely reliably, they need a bagload of star player points.
Gonna foul the witch elf. That's all right. She's all right, ish.
Oh, Alokan, he's referring to G. Coleman, different Gav, mate. Killjoy.
Oh yeah, not you, Alokan.
Disco Gav.
Not you, Alokan.
It's a small world, isn't it?
I'm not quite sure why my opponent is being all fouly now, because I think that doesn't really help him.
Might be feeling a bit vexed. Could be that.
Yeah, I suppose.
Gareth says the game will have to be adminned as a 0-0. Bit trolley of you, Gav. Andy was on top and it wasn't him that disconnected. Are you sure? I think Gav's just having a laugh there.
Me too.
Naughty, bad, wicked Gav. So, Tomo was in the middle of Shinjuku Station in Japan, and last May he bumped into somebody who he went to school with.
No way.
It was fairly early on, Gav, but Andy had done a bunch of casualties. I want to say a sending off and 2 removals, and had a much deeper bench, and positionally was looking good. But that's kind of academic. It was. I know he's just winding us up, so I'm not even. I'm not Gav. I'm not prepared to discuss it with you. I'm not prepared to discuss it. Not really anything to do with me either, to be honest.
Oh!
Didn't want to roll that. Ah, there we go.
That's my own fault for throwing blocks. Trying to cause a casualty today. Wow.
Oops. Well, still an excellent win, and that was not an easy team to beat, so well done there.
It wasn't.
Ah, cracking news. Drizzt Blodge Guard Blitzer got the MVP and has levelled.
I'd already levelled him, but it's still good. Gets him towards his next one.
Oh, of course, yes, he's 36, right, okay.
59 blocks succeeded. 19 armour breaks. Of 19 armour breaks, no casualties and 4 KOs. Wow. But we did get a lot of luck in other areas, so it swings and roundabouts. That did go well. absolutely did go well, and I think my opponent had an absolute stinker. So yeah, commiserations to him, because I think he really didn't have it very nice.
Gordon's one-turn touchdowns were just cursed. That would have been neck and neck if he'd got the one-turners, which was statistically pretty good. Professor Chaos, good evening. He says, "Hi Andy and Zung, I'm currently top lizards in Champ Ladder, but not sure what my next Sora skills should be. Seeing as it's so hard to level up, can you give him some suggestions?"
Double, please. Double. Oh. Okay, so we just rolled a double 6 on a Witch Elf. Lady Killjoy is double 6. Now, strength's obviously very nice, but I like Mighty Blow.
I would have said Mighty Blow as well.
Strength's good.
Strength is good, but it doesn't do as much. But Mighty Blow is, yeah. But the strength, it doesn't help that much. Does it? Really?
Well, it makes surfing easier. What we got there? Well, thank you very much. Thank you. It does.
Good.
Strength 4 does make the surfing good. Mighty Blow would also be quite good.
Do you want to? There's a tie break. You could ask Killjoy what he wants to do.
He wants the strength.
Okay. Right, let's have a look at Professor Chaos's team.
Thanks. It's not straightforward.
Oh, Professor Chaos! The first thing that jumps out at me, I would have said guard. Wait till Andy can look at the team and see if he says the same thing. But guard for me, I'd say you need a tackle one, a couple of guard ones, and a couple of break tackle ones. I'd smatter those skills evenly between them. Strength in bad, might blow. Take the strength, go for surfing. There you go.
Alright, fuck it, strength 4 Witch Elf. We have a strength 4 Witch Elf. Alright, fine. One strength 4 Witch Elf, done. Block tackle, strength 4.